up, folks? I get tons of comments every day, and instead of making, hour-long Q&A videos like my last few, I'm going to do this a lot more frequently, and they're going to be a lot shorter. This will answer a lot of the questions that I get asked so many times. So, alright, here we go. Dude, I love this, but I can't figure out what the fuck is on your bass drum. I have a Gibraltar click pad. Basically, it's a slam pad, like most, but there's a piece of plastic in it. I got plastic beaters, so when it hits it, you get that clicky sound. You get a little more attack. And it doesn't stick very good, so I use duct tape. I want to ask your top 10 list of drummers of all time. As you have come to learn these sort of different techniques from these drummers, how has that changed or shaped your musical influences and why? Also, is there anything present-day Josh would tell a blossoming 8-year-old drummer Josh? Oh boy, I tried this in the first Q&A video. I don't know if I can give you 10 major influences or like the Dave Lombardo, Lars Ulrich. And I kind of went through this journey where, it's kind of Dave Grohl, Keith Moon from The Who. Trey Cool of Green Day was probably 5 years in the drumming, and Korn came along, and I loved Dave Silveria's style. So I was big on that. It was almost like I was heading that way anyways, and then they arrived on the scene. Then shortly after that, Slipknot came out, and I was already doing kind of the Korn thing, and I liked old school metal, so I was kind of combining them anyways, and then Slipknot came around, so Joey Jordison was a big one. But even like, the 311, Chad Sexton, his drumming gave me a whole new perspective, because it was starting to get really self-indulgent, and I didn't have much knowledge on, well, it's not really what you're playing. You gotta make sure your shit sounds good. And Chad Sexton kind of taught me a lot about technique and tone, and ghost notes, like a bunch of subtle shit I was not doing at the time. So that was very helpful. Then Mike Portnoy came along, and he kind of took everything I liked about drumming and threw it into one guy. Like the whole quad fills thing, the hands and the feet. I do that so much. But then you see Mike Portnoy, and that's almost all he does. But he does all kinds of flashy shit that I like, but he also kind of taught me restraint and, being tasteful. All drummers that I listen to have made an impact. I heard a ZZ Top song on the radio yesterday, but then I heard a couple things like, oh yeah, I could use something like that at some point. That was a cool way to go about it. And it never ends. I just, I hear stuff, and in a way it kind of justifies it for me, and then I use it myself. Or I take an idea that I've heard and I build on it and kind of make it my own. As far as the me now telling the me when I was younger thing, it's not all about speed. I guess that's what I would tell them. Because I didn't learn it yet. I just thought, boy, I need to show everybody how big my penis is by playing fast. And if I can convince people that my penis is really big, then I'm going to be awesome. All right, next question. If I answer shit like that, damn, this is going to be like an hour. Just like the other one. Fuck. I'm curious as to what settings on the drum dial you tune your snare and toms with. Also, which instrument did you learn first? Guitar or drums? And are you self-taught? Thanks again for the awesome videos. Yes, I am self-taught. I am willfully ignorant to any lessons. I don't want them. I didn't take any lessons for drums besides listening to stuff and say, oh, that's cool. I'm going to try to do that. That was my lessons. Those were my teachers. I don't know really what a paradiddle is. I don't know rudiments. I kind of have a sense of what they're talking about, but I'm just not that kind of drummer. I never took lessons on that. I never took lessons on guitar, as you can probably tell. I don't know any scales. Someone tried to explain scales to me, and I just kept thinking, it's like, why is this even in, what good does it do you to know this? And they kind of explained, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I still don't care. It's not what I'm playing guitar for. Same with like audio mixing. I don't really take, well, I suppose I watched a couple YouTube videos, but I like trial and error. Even if I look like an idiot, it's part of the journey. Oh, yeah, the drum dial. Well, I asked somebody asked the same thing yesterday, and I said I tuned my snare to 50 on both sides, and he says his doesn't go lower than 65. And I thought, well, maybe mine is just the calibration is all fucked up, but at least on mine, I like really tight on the snare, kind of same pitch on both sides. On toms, I've been trying to do like 35 and then 37 on the bottoms. I find that if the bottoms are a little bit higher than the top, you get a do sound instead of a dow. It's kind of the do's and dows of tom tuning. So now what I've been trying to do is fairly loose, still fairly loose, but a little bit higher on the bottom. Okay, so hope that answers your question. I mean, again, I don't know if my drum dial is not weathered over the past 15 years or whatever happened to it, but yeah, 50, both sides, and then 35, 37, or just something like that. I cannot figure out what your accent is, and it's bugging the crap out of me. Where are you from? I live in Wisconsin. Most people think I'm Canadian. I'm close. Oh, here's a good one. I watched your Lars videos prior to seeing Metallica. I just watched them play at Rock on the Range, and you are 110% correct. That is fucking great. That is great. I am being pretty obnoxious. I do that because I saw a video of Lars playing Call of Cthulhu, and it is live in Gothenburg, just right out of the gates. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. And I thought, man, I'm gonna start doing videos like that. I'm gonna be the worst Lars can be. And it's so funny to hear that, because it was only a matter of time until someone says, yeah, I saw your Lars videos and didn't really understand, and then I seen him live and I couldn't help but laugh that, holy shit, this is fucking hilarious. So hey, thanks man. Are you using the butt end of the stick in your left hand? If so, why is that? Heavier snare attack? Yes. A lot of times I'll go like this. So you get a little better attack on the snare when you use the butt end. Mike Portnoy does that. I think Vinnie Paul does that. Vinnie Paul might actually just do that with both sticks. Or he just has sticks with no fucking taper on it. But you got more weight on the end. Boom. If you watch Glenn Fricker, the Spectre Media Group guy, which you should check out, his videos are pretty funny. He does the same thing. He talks about using the butt end, and then even if you get rim shots, it's going to be a lot more effective than, at least in the final mix. The more I can minimize wimpy snare hits, the better off I'll be. Alright, last one. Well, this is going to be the best one.
Holy fuck, you're making a shitload of mistakes. First of all, tune your goddamn snare drum, idiot. It sounds horrible. Secondly, the groove doesn't come in right away. It waits for a while. Third, you're not playing the pattern correctly as starts at 24. It uses both hands and feet to play the 4-stroke roll. I stopped the video right there. Just fucking kill yourself, dude. You're a disgrace to me.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus Christ. Nothing more annoying in the world than these fucks who get in the comment section that's like, hey, you're supposed to use a Herta pattern on this section, and he uses an 8, 9, 11, and 14-inch tom, and they're tuned to E flat and fifths. Shut the fuck up, dude. This is nothing more than a virtue signal to let everybody know, hey guys, I'm the smart one. I'm the smart one here. This guy's a fucking idiot. Honestly, I give a fuck less how things are actually played. I played the Count of Tuscany with fucking an 8 and a 10-inch tom. Mike Portnoy has 149,000 fucking tom drums. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care if I play things right. Alright? God, you fucking people. I mean, ask any guitarist on YouTube too. They do anything. They get these fucking absolute genius wizards in the fucking comment sections like, hey man, you're playing that riff wrong. It's supposed to be like this. And you're supposed to be tuned down 25 cents. And fucking, shut the fuck up, man. Okay, that was fun. So, I guess this is where I go. And I will be back for more questions and comments. So, alright, later folks.